So this video is about everything is ready. The laptop is connected to the scoreboard and you already verified that the screens are configured the way that you want, meaning that the laptop screen is a clone with a scoreboard and the scoreboard, this screen is going to be displaying on the big LED scoreboard screen. This one, the shot clock, is actually displaying it because you drag it down out and maximize it by doing this into the two external portrait monitors, and it's displaying correctly maximized, but we're leaving it here just to see them. Now we're going to focus on the control screen, which is this one. Supposedly you're going to press a new game, or you're going to go into options and configure first what teams are there. In this case, I'm going to use game from Mason against Walnut Hills. So I'm going to put that, change the logo, and if I do this, I would be over this screen and this would be showing on the scoreboard. So you don't want to overlap that one, you keep it on this side. So let's choose Walnut Hills. Walnut Hills, there you go. Then you would verify, maybe you don't want that logo to be there, you may want to leave that. You ask, hey, is it a 7 or 6 minutes? The timeouts are 1 minute or 2 minutes. Leave the second one as a setup timeout of 30 seconds and leave this to 30, the proper 30 and the 20. You'll see why. Maybe they have 4 timeouts like in the games that I'm about to show you. Another thing, important thing here is like this thickness. I'll show you, it's going to show you where the focus is. So I'm going to put 2 so you can easily see where my mouse clicks and where the focus is, because you can quickly change the numbers by typing it on the keyboard. What else here? Yeah, you're not going to touch this one for each game, of course. All right, so we're going to OK this. It's set up this way. Now, if I click here, now you see that I'm here, or here, or here. Now you can see that it's highlighting where am I. For example, if I want to quickly adjust the goals to 4, I click here first, press 4 and enter. Or here 5, press 5 and enter. I can put it back to 0, click there, 0, enter. If I want to set up a quick shot clock because I made a mistake, I can click on the shot clock and I put, the refs tells you 21 seconds, 21. I just click 21, but then you're going to see it after I press enter, enter, right there. So now you see 21 everywhere. I want to put, since the focus is still there, no, I made a mistake. I want to put 13 there. Just type it, enter. You don't have to click it here and put 13 and then click set. That takes too long. Or like 17, put in 17 and there. No, just click there and put 18, enter. Same here. Like you want to put 1 minute 45 seconds, 1.45, enter. It's that fast. In the old days, we used to put like 1 and 45 and then set. Oh yeah, I put it wrong. 45 and then set. It takes too long. You just click here and then you say 1.37, enter. That's it. It's so easy as that. You don't have to deal with this one. You will only deal with this one, and you have to prepare for when they say, hey, the time between the quarters is 2 minutes. So you just put 2 minutes there and then 0, 0. And when the time comes, you just press set and then you start the time and you stop this one. You don't need it. You start the time in between the games or the halftime or whatever, and you're gonna hear a noise. So if I put right now, I don't know, 0, you're gonna hear a buzzer. That's what you hear, which is calling the teams to come back after the first quarter, second quarter, halftime, or all that, right? Okay, so we can reset everything by pressing new game. So we are ready to start. Now you feel confident about how you can manage change the numbers. Yes, you can always click this, but it takes too long to go into the mouse and go into the right position of the screen. You just can click there or there. Yeah, also you have home and end. If I press home or end, home increases one goal here and decreases one timeout for the home team. And then page up, page down, which is just besides in the keyword, is the other team. Let's start with this game. At the very top right, you can see it's 7 minutes about to start. So let's make sure that our board is exactly the same. Let's put, let's start a new game. It's easier. There it is. So let's start it. As soon as I touch the ball, we start the game. There's a whistle. We stop the clock. We send it to the wrong person. We reset the shot clock, change the position, and we will start the clock. And they're about to score. Whistle. We stop the clock because they shot, and of course, the goal. And I increase the goal here, and also reset the shot clock while they're going back to the center. Here is another play that we can practice. As you see, the clock is at 5:37. I matched it, and let's see what happens. As soon as the player touches the ball and passes it, the clock starts. We have 22 seconds to shoot. 21. I stopped the clock because I heard the whistle. And one is an exclusion, so I have to reset the shot clock. The game starts again. I was slow over there. And now it changed possession, so it resets. Reset the shot clock, and we restart the clock again. They stole the ball, so we reset the shot clock. Pass it back to the goalie. They shot, we stop the clock. We reset the shot clock, and one goal. There's the whistle. Let's start the clock. We're ahead in 4:41. We fight for the ball. I stop the clock, change possession, and restart this clock. Pass the ball. So far, the clock keeps moving. You have 12 seconds according to the screen to shoot. No fouls, no exclusions. They stole the ball. I change possession and the clock keeps running. They shot to goal. The shot clock resets, but the clock keeps running. Stop the clock with C. We start it again. We still have 16 seconds. I stop the clock again. You can see C there. I restart the clock. I stop. I reset the shot clock because there's an exclusion, and I restart the shot clock. And they're passing the ball. They have, yep, and they shot. I stop the clock. Reset the shot clock because they're gonna come from the middle of the field. I'm gonna stop, pause the video. I'm gonna synchronize it to 3.2, enter. Nope, my bad. Wrong place, you see that? So that should be 30. And here, 3.2, enter. because that's what it says on the screen, 3.2. Let's keep going. Start the clock. Stop the clock. We started when he puts in the movement and he's waving the ball. The goalie took possession. Keeps moving. The ball keeps moving. Stop the clock. You hear the whistle, you stop the clock. Start when they wave the ball. Stop the clock. Only 4 seconds to shoot. They shot, they didn't score. It changes possession. And the clock keeps moving. Let's continue again with this play, which is interesting. There's going to be an exclusion, and then there's a guy on 2 meters. Let's play it. C to move the clock. C to stop the clock. C to restart the clock. Again, that's the exclusion, so we reset the shot clock. 30 more seconds. That guy is in 2 meters, and they're going to call it. Stop the clock. Reset the shot clock because it changes possession. And now we move the clock again. "20 seconds to shoot." They stole the ball. We set the shot clock. I don't have to touch the clock. The clock keeps running. Now we stop the clock. And I think there was an exclusion right there. Yeah, so we stop. They ask for a timeout. Stop the clock. And we set the shot clock. And there's a timeout. So we put timeout. I think they ask for a short timeout. Yeah, they ask for a short timeout, so that's why the timeout was like, imagine like it's put like this, and as soon as it starts counting, you remove it because they ask for a quick setup timeout. You could have done this timeout and remove it again, but now we have to keep moving the clock. Okay, shot, goal, stop the clock, reset the shot clock, and wait until they go to half field. And they score a goal, so I have to ask one for Walnut Hills. I am late on the clock. It wasn't a goal. We set the shot clock. Keep moving. I think that's an exclusion, so we stop the clock, we reset the shot clock, and we keep moving. They blocked it. Dylan, stop the clock. They ask for a timeout, I think, at this point. Yep, the coach is going to talk to them, so I'm going to put timeout. And it seems like in this game, the timeout was 2 minutes. So that's why you can see 145, 140, whatever. But we're going to stop it here. Okay, here we are back from the timeout. The timeout disappeared. And now in order to match the screen, I wanted to teach you this. I have to put 26 seconds, no brainer. You click there, you put 26, enter. But then I have to put 58.5. It's a hassle if you have to do it here. Now that says 1 minute. Take a look at those 2 dots. If you press there and you put, let's say, if you want to put seconds, you put 0.58, and that would put 58 seconds. Yes, it looks like 58 minutes, but it's not because it has only 1. But if you want to put 58.5, say 0 first, so you say it's a 0 minutes, dot 585, enter, all together. So it does that. So that's comes super handy when the ref tells you, hey, correct the scoreboard to look like this, and just type it. Okay, so let's start. They're coming back from the actual timeout. Let's finish this quarter. Start the clock. 24 seconds to score if you can. I have my fingers on the C and S. Stop the clock because he shot outside. You set the shot clock and they started the ball, so we started the clock. Obviously, somebody was not doing their job when they were there because the clock didn't start. It was very slow. Stop the clock now. Reset the shot clock. There are less than 30 seconds to go. So stop the clock. Changing possession. Restart the clock. I'm going to stop my clock so it matches the one on the screen. I want you to hear the sounds when the whole thing finishes. While we're waiting, I can match it. 0.71. I can add one more goal to match that. And my finger is on C now. So when we come back, start. Less than 10 seconds. Calling weak. He's shooting, he shot. And that's the sound. Okay, to summarize what will happen between the end of one quarter and the next one and halftime and so on, let's just put it 1 second for now. Here, 1, enter, and make it run. So we're gonna hear the buzzer. Oh, I put 1 minute. 0.1. That's 10 seconds. 0.01. 1 second. Hit C to play. That's the buzzer. If they ever ask for more buzzer or to call somebody to call the team back into the field, you can press this button here. So now it's the end of the first quarter. You can say, let's reset the shot clock to start. Let's go into second period. You check with the scribe that the score is fine. Timeouts. I think Mason called it at one point, so we should do this. And what else here? So you have to put the 2 minutes. If they say 2, 1 minute, whatever it is, you can click there to enter and start the clock. So while you're checking everything, this keeps running and running and running. When let's say that they come back, you stop that clock, you reset it, and now you're ready for the next quarter. If the halftime, when it's gone, when the second quarter is gone, now they may ask for 5 minutes. So you press 5, enter, start the clock, and reset this one. In reality, stop it, because otherwise, if you don't do that, I'll show you what happens. If you start it again, that will happen to you. Don't worry about it. Let's keep going. Since that shot clock reached the end, it stops the clock, because usually that's what happens. You run out of time to shoot and then it stops the clock because naturally it changes possession. So now you're going to have to restart the clock again. But be mindful of all those dynamics that happen with these clocks, all the different clocks. At this point, you pretty much learn all the buttons, what they do, the period, what the shot clock actually means. The most common mistake that's going to happen to you is that, let's say that the clock is running and now the play keeps going and you think that it changed possession, so you're pretty quick to press S and that resets the shot clock and you say, oh no, that was wrong. and it was 14 and you remember that what it was, you just click there and you put 14, enter, and you keep going. So it's easier to correct that way rather than typing it here and then setting it 17. No, no, don't do that. 11, boom. Whatever number is, you remember that makes it a better situation, you just type it and move it. Then you keep moving it. The problem is that with 17, you set it and it doesn't move. If you type something, I think it just moves it. So if it's, let's say if it's moving, and now I correct it to 17. Oh yeah, no, you have to start it at that moment. Or that's what I have the number 20, because if you reset it to 30 and you were close to 20, you can always press reset 2 and it goes back to 20. It's like typing 20 really quick. I mean, you can put 15 if you want to, but that's a trick that I've used in the past. The most important pointers when you're dealing with a game is, remember, let's reset this one. Remember that the game starts, they go to the middle of the field. As soon as one player touches the ball is when you start with a C and you start the clock. Then you have to be alert on hearing if the ref whistles. If the ref whistles, means you stop it, means that most likely there was like a minor infraction, no exclusion, I mean. So the game keeps going. As soon as the team, they separate a little bit and the team moves the ball back again, and when they bounce the ball on their hand, they put in movement, you start with a C again. And now they try to score with that remaining time left on the shot clock, and if they shoot and they missed or whatever, they lost the ball, you stop it if it goes out of bounds. And now change possession, you press S and you reset the shot clock. And when they put the ball, let's say it's a goalie, he or she puts the ball in movement again, you keep moving. C with for the clock to keep moving. And again, they want to try to score in those 25 seconds. Maybe they're trying to score, they're attacking, and and now they make a minor infraction. You stop it, and they separate. And now they put the ball in movement. And now they are trying to attack, and there's an exclusion. So when there's an exclusion, you stop it. One guy goes out, but you have to reset the shot clock because there was an exclusion. That gives them 30 more seconds to score. And now it's 6 against 5. And now they put the ball in movement and they try to attack and shoot, right? They're gonna move the ball and all that. Now this is very important. If they shoot with clear intention to goal, that means, and the ball comes back to them, that's fine. They shot with clear intention to goal, so you have to reset the shot clock, even though the clock keeps moving. It gives them 30 more seconds to score, try to score again. Sometimes it just hits the crossbar and comes back to them. Yes, and they have 30 more seconds to score. But at one point, the other guy that was out excluded is going to come back in, right, helping the team. But now they shot, they lost the ball, and now we stop the clock. The goalie takes possession, and now they put the ball in movement again. The other thing that can happen is that the other team is fighting for the ball, and you think the other team took possession. But taking possession means putting the hand on top of the ball and clearly having control of the ball. That means that when that happens is when you reset the shot clock with S. If that doesn't happen, you keep going. Because if you keep fighting for the ball, you're not clear who has it yet. So the shot clock has to keep going and going and going until, if it's the other team that got it, yes, you reset the shot clock. But if it's the same one, you keep going until the shot clock runs out and you're going to hear the noise. Those are pretty much the big pointers, and you have to really practice this on a real game, as I said, with junior varsities first, so you can start understanding when to press the S and C, and, and maybe the T, but just concentrate on those two ones, the shot clock and the clock. I hope this has helped you a lot, and I wish you the best on your games to come.